Hey guys. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about something I call tantrum hell. Tantrums from hell. Hell. No, but seriously. Noah, my son, is 2 years old. He turned 2 years old on 4 months ago. And maybe once or twice a week, maybe even 4 times a week, depending on how the week is looking, he'll throw what I think is a tantrum, or what I guess people would call a tantrum. And it's the worst thing ever. Like, it's the worst thing ever. So I wanted to make a video and see what you guys go through. Is my child crazy? Or does every 2-year-old go through this? Obviously they say terrible twos and blah, but I never imagined it would be this bad. So feel free to comment below. Let me know what you're going through. Maybe you have some tips for me. I don't really have too many tips. I'm gonna let you know what I do when Noah's having a tantrum, but it doesn't really seem to work. Nothing seems to work, actually. So yeah, as far as I can tell from everything I read, a lot of people go through this, but then I meet some people and they're like, oh, my son never did that, or my kids didn't throw tantrums. Shut up. You're not helping. You're not helping, and my son is psycho. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're going through the same thing as me. So yeah, at this point, anything can trigger a tantrum for Noah. Anything from him not liking his food, or me telling him to do something, or his little train falling under a desk that my arm doesn't fit under, or telling him not to open that drawer, or anything. It could be really small. I don't even have to yell at him. It could just be something that he's not happy with. Oh, tantrum. So yeah, when he throws a tantrum, he'll either throw himself on the floor and just start kicking his feet and going nuts, or he'll stand there and he'll just look at you and scream right through your soul. Just like, it's so weird, and it's like your child is like possessed, pretty much. It's a lot harder than I thought, and it's way worse than I imagined, I guess. So yeah, we've tried a lot of things to either calm him down or try to get him to stop. Nothing stops him. Almost nothing. I haven't figured it out yet. I can tell you what I do, or what I've tried to do. Sometimes we'll put him in his room and say, look, you're not gonna come down till you're crying. Just breathe, relax. I mean, till you're done crying. Breathe, relax, and when you stop crying, we'll come and get you. Doesn't work. He'll cry for like forever from his room, so that's great. Or I'll put him in like a little timeout or relaxing place. So I sit him on the couch, I turn off the TV, and I say, look, just try to breathe, stop crying, and same thing. When you're done crying, you can come off the couch. There's no need to cry. Doesn't work. What else? Changing the subject. I think changing the subject kind of might be our best bet so far. So we'll say, hey, look at this toy. Hey, look at this cookie. Hey, look at this Mickey on the TV. Hey, look at me. Look at this thing. Isn't it great? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. As soon as he kind of gets his mind off of his like panic attack that he's having, then he can kind of switch and it'll slowly go away. But he still won't be able to breathe for like the next 20 years. I'm like, why are you making yourself not be able to breathe? Why? Like, there's no need to cry. So yeah, none of these things have really worked for us. Most of them start because of his not wanting to eat his food. That's a whole nother video. Noah not wanting to eat his food. I could go on for weeks about that because it's horrible. But yeah, that a lot of times that'll start his tantrum because I get pissed or whatever. It's hard to keep your cool during these tantrums. So I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my feelings as a parent too. As a parent, you feel helpless. Your kid's screaming their head off. They're like, can't even breathe, shaking, whatever, and there's nothing you can do. You feel like there's nothing you could do. You feel like the kid hates you. Sometimes I scream, sometimes I don't. I try not to, but it's so hard. And yeah, you feel like the kid hates you, and then later it'll go away and they'll be like the perfect angel baby again, and you're like, damn, like I feel so bad. I was so angry at you before, and then it's all gone. It's weird. So yeah, another thing he does is if he has tantrums right before his bath time, or usually his tantrums are at night, but once they happen, like, you're done for the rest of the night. The rest of his night is like a disaster. We'll try to give him a bath and he'll like stiffen up so we can't take his clothes off. It's the worst. We have a really hard time getting him into the bath, and then we'll put him in the bath and he'll start kicking and stomping. You could barely function. Like, you can't even do anything else that night except put him to bed. As soon as he gets his bottle, shuts up. He just shuts up, and that's it. Then he'll slowly calm down and be ready for bed, and you put him to bed and he's sleeping, and you're like, wow, that was horrible. Like, today was horrible. And sometimes this will be like I said, 1 week he won't do it at all, and then the next week it could be like every night or 3 times that week or whatever. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been real fun. I don't know. That's what's been going on lately. Let me know if you guys are going through the same thing. Hopefully some of you are. I don't have too many friends with kids. I have some, but I'm not around kids all the time where I know that my kid isn't the only psycho possessed one, or whatever. I've asked a few people that I work with and others, and they're like, oh yeah, my kid throws himself on the floor, my kid does this, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, thank God, like, Noah's gonna not grow up and be psycho, because he's normal maybe, you know? But yeah, it's so funny. It's been really hard the past few months, and maybe someone has maybe somebody has some helpful tips for me or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's Tantrums. Thanks for watching. Tantrums. Terrible twosies.